The market breaks the pivot as the bulls fail again. Does this leave us looking lower? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay guys, so in my last video last week, I told you that the market needed to explode up through the 3900 area and then pull back and hold the pivot in order to be bullish. The market exploded up to 3950 and then pulled back and was unable to hold the pivot. This leaves us in an overall bearish setup. So does that mean we're looking directly lower? I'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so we took advantage of that big explosive move on Friday. We bought on Thursday and watched the market explode higher on Friday, making huge gains, as you can see on the screen here, buying in for 480 and selling for roughly 1060. So we were able to take advantage of that C wave up. However, with this move down, we need to see how the bears are going to play this out. So let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 4-hour futures chart of the S&P 500, and we zoomed out a little bit here so you can see a bigger picture view before we zoom in and kind of get into the micro counts of what we're looking for over the next few days. So off the top, you can count this a few different ways, okay? So you can count it as 1, 2, you can see the circle 2 here, 3 just completed, we're looking for 4 up, and then 5 down towards about 3,300 as a 5-wave move. Now, I don't love that move because this really doesn't look like a 5-wave structure to me. This whole move down in wave 1 is very choppy and overlapping, and it just doesn't fit. This wave 3 is a little bit choppy as well. So I don't think it is an impulsive move, but it is possible that that is the case. I kind of like to count it better as an A, B, C down for wave A, as you can see in the brackets down here. And in that case, you would need a bigger wave B bounce before seeing C down, which you can see down here in the quarter just barely. But both patterns will end around this 3,200 to 3,300 area. The indicator of which one we're in will be how this bounce continues to play out. We're kind of in a no man's land right here, so we need to see just a little bit more data from the chart before we can decide exactly where we're at. So if it is this wave 4, okay, potentially it could be done. As you can see, it did move up over the 236. Typically it targets the 382 up here at 4017. It did get to 3950, but stopped there. So it could potentially be done, but you could also see a B wave down here and then C up towards this 4017 area to complete wave 4. And then we would see a move down in wave 5 from there towards that 3300 area. And we'll look at that when we zoom in here in just a second. If we're looking at an overall ABC, then we would move our fibs up to the top here, okay? And in that case, we would be looking for about a 618 retrace up here to 4360 in that area for our wave B. Could be as low as 4223 at 50%, but we would look for a much bigger bounce in wave B and then a move down in C that also hits that 3200, 3300 area to end that pattern as well. So if this is a big A wave, we would expect a bigger B wave up towards that 4361 area and then a C wave down towards 3300. If it's a 1, 2, 3, okay, potentially 4 could already be done and we're moving down in 5, but I can't think we might get another bounce up here towards 4,000 and then a move down in 5 towards that 3,300 area as well. So let's zoom in and take a look at this real quick so we can see it better. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 15-minute futures chart, and as you can see, they pushed it up and then to 3950 and then pulled it back to the 382 retrace of the move up, and it's been consolidating right there. So I would like to see a little bit more of a bounce here up in a B wave and then a C wave down into our support zone, which is 3794.95 down to 3713. Get a bounce from there up in C towards either that 4,000 region for wave 4, okay, or a little higher up towards about 4,100, and that would just be the A wave of wave B in this bigger ABC. So 4,100, then you'd get a pullback and then a move up towards that 4361 area and a bigger C wave. So how we would look at this, this is A down, and then this would be A up to where this little C is, and then you get a B down, and then C up to complete A of B. Then you would get B of B down, and then C of B up towards that 4361 area. So how this pullback plays out and bounces, those are the two main bounces we would look for. Now, if this was all of the move up that you're going to see here, okay, we can look at it a couple different ways. We can look at it as wave 4 here is done, and this is the top of wave 4, and we're already starting down on wave 5. Or, okay, we can call this a micro wave 4, and we'd be looking at a wave 5 to make a slightly lower low down here around 3,600. And then the bulls would have one more shot to try to make a bullish move off of a low, but they're really running out of time and room here, and the bearish counts are kind of starting to play out pretty well. So a direct move lower that breaks this low tells us we're already starting down in 5, or, okay, we have a micro 5 down that makes a slightly lower low, and then the bulls can try one more time for an impulsive move up from there. All right, so looking for a pullback into support 37.95 to 37.13 off of what we hope is an A down and then a B bounce and then C into that area. And then from there, the bounce off of that will tell us a little bit more up towards 4,100 and plus, and we're likely in a bigger B wave higher up towards only about 4,000, and it was likely this wave 4 finishing, and then we're down from there. All right, so over on the NASDAQ, okay, on its 4-hour chart, I'm counting this as an ABC. It could be a 1, 2, 3 as I have labeled on the ES, but I just don't see that at all. There's just too much mess up here for me to think that this is any kind of impulsive move down. So I'm counting it as an ABC. A couple of things about this chart are, if we are in the bigger wave B, again, we would just be getting started, and we'll drill in here in just a second. But then we would look for them to pull back and hold support and then start another rally higher. If they do make a direct move down from here, I would call that an extension of A down, or potentially a lower low for the bulls to build off of there as well. So let's drill in here and look real quick at our targets. So here we are on the 15-minute NASDAQ futures chart, and off of their high, okay, they've already got an A, B, C down into support at the 11,668 level. Now, they can push deeper down into support as deep as 11,355 we would look for and try to go up from there. But they can maintain it here and go directly higher, or they can pull back a little bit and do that as well. So if they're going to go for that bigger B wave that we're looking for from here, okay, then we would count this as A, this is B, and then up towards this 12,824 region as wave C to complete wave A of wave B. So you'd have this A wave up, a B wave down, and then a C wave up towards that 14,000 region to complete a bigger ABC for B. Then you would look for a drop down towards that 9,000 region from there. Now, again, if they do decide to move directly lower on the NASDAQ, we would count that as an extension of A, or potentially a low for the bulls to build off of to try to make a bullish run from there. But again, the bulls are running out of room on both charts, so the bearish counts are looking much more likely at this time. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It will take you right over to our webpage. Once you get there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial, because I want you to get in there, test it out, make sure you love it, become part of our trading family before you ever spend a penny. Okay, we have 2 great rooms. The first room is my Invest with Jacob room. In there, you get all of my buy and sell alerts, all of my market updates, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months. And it's not quite as often as a day trading room. So if you're looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. If you watched any of our videos last week, you saw how much they crushed the market with those reduced risk trades, and that style is very unique, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial, so you can see it, understand it, and make sure it's for you, again, before you ever spend any money. He also put $4,000 in a challenge account where he's showing you how to build a small account into a huge retirement or savings account trading mini ES futures using disciplined trading methods. He is averaging 3 to 4% gains per week in there and doing outstanding. We would love to have you in there, guys, so we can make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. We need to see how this pullback takes shape and how deep it goes. We're looking for it to likely hold our support region of 37.95 down to 37.13, and then push higher to either 4,000 or even a little higher in that, depending on which count we're in. However, if they do move directly lower and break the low, then we could be moving directly down in 5 or give the bulls another shot to make a bullish run higher. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup. We're looking for either a hold of support and move higher to start that B wave higher, or a potential extension of A down below this low to either give the bulls one more shot at a bullish run higher or make a lower low before we start that B wave bounce. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.